Welcome to the Caregivers Collective, where we come together to support, uplift, and empower those who dedicate their lives to caring for others. If you're listening, chances are you're on a caregiving journey of your own. Whether as a family member, a professional, or a friend stepping in when needed, wherever you are on this path, know that you're not alone. This is a space where we can share our stories, our struggles, and our victories, and remind each other that what we do truly matters. The heart of a caregiver is all about understanding the essence of caregiving, the journey we take, the emotions we navigate, and the resilience we build. So grab a cup of tea, take a deep breath, and let's dive in. When most people hear the word caregiving, they think about physical tasks, helping with meals, managing medications, or assisting with mobility. And while those are important, caregiving is so much more than just a checklist of duties. Caregiving is emotional. In the quiet strength behind every comforting hug, the patience required to answer the same questions over and over, the resilience that it takes to push forward, even on the hardest days. You see, caregiving is also mental. It's keeping track of appointments, advocating for the best care, and making decisions that aren't always easy, but are always made with love. Caregiving is spiritual. It's finding peace in the small moments, grace in the challenges, and purpose in the journey, knowing that even when it's overwhelming, what you do matters. And caregivers, we wear so many hats. We're friends, offering companionship when our loved ones feel alone. We're advocates, fighting for the care that they deserve. We're supporters, lifting them up while carrying the weight of responsibility on our own shoulders. If no one has told you today, what you do is seen, it's valued, and deeply important. You're more than a caregiver. You're a lifeline, a source of strength, and a reflection of love in its purest form. Stay with me as we continue this conversation, because here, you're not alone. People become caregivers in different ways. Some step into it gradually as family members age. Others make the choice as a profession. And some find themselves in the role suddenly due to unforeseen circumstances. Regardless of how you begin, one thing remains true. Caregiving changes you. For me, I never imagined I'd be a full-time caregiver for my mother. But when I started noticing small changes, her repeating stories, forgetting things she'd never forget, it became clear that she needed more from me, more help than she was letting on. My journey, like so many others, has been filled with challenges and exhaustion, but also moments of deep connection and purpose. There are moments when my mom flashes a smile on a hard day, reminding me why the journey matters. Each of us has a unique story, but we share the same heart for caring. Then there's the emotional landscape. Caregiving is a roller coaster of emotions. Some days you feel loved and fulfillment, and other days, frustration and guilt creep in. It's okay to feel overwhelmed, exhausted, or even resentful at times. Those feelings don't mean you love your loved one any less. So, how do we manage these emotions? First, we must acknowledge them. Pushing feelings aside only leads to burnout. Second, self-care isn't selfish, it's survival. Whether it's journaling, meditation, or simply taking a walk, small acts of self-care help sustain us. One powerful tool for self-care is journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings, even just for 5 minutes a day. It can help you to process your emotions and recognize patterns in your stress levels. It doesn't have to be perfect or poetic, just real. Some caregivers find it helpful to jot down 3 things they're grateful for each day, while others use it as a space to vent frustrations and release pent-up emotions. And then there's the simple act of taking a walk. Sounds small, but it's powerful. Stepping outside, feeling the sun on your skin, breathing in the fresh air, it's a reset button for your mind and your body. If possible, find a quiet space in nature or even just around your block. Walking isn't just exercise, it's a moment of peace in a day that can feel chaotic. But let's be honest, sometimes self-care isn't enough. That's where support groups come in. Caregiving can feel isolating, like no one else truly understands what you're going through. But trust me, you're not alone. Whether it's a local support group, an online forum, or a Facebook community, connecting with who gets you can be a lifeline. These spaces provide a chance for you to share your experiences, ask for advice, and simply be heard by people who understand your struggles without judgment. That's why we created the Caregivers Collective. So if you haven't explored a support group yet, I encourage you to try. Resilience. Resilience isn't about never feeling tired or stressed. It's about learning to recover and keep going. It's about finding ways to fill your own cup so that you can continue to pour into others. Mindfulness, gratitude, and self-comparison are key to maintaining emotional strength. Mindfulness. Yeah. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is one of the most effective ways to build resilience. Taking a few moments each day to breathe deeply, be present, and clear your mind can provide a sense of calm in the midst of chaos. Whether it's through meditation, guided breathing exercises, or simply focusing on the sensations of your surroundings. Mindfulness helps caregivers regain control over their emotions and stress levels. Gratitude also plays a crucial role. It's easy to focus on what's going wrong, but intentionally recognizing even the smallest joys, like a moment of laughter with your loved one, can shift your perspective. Keeping a gratitude journal or just pausing each day to reflect on one good thing can help build emotional endurance. Self-compassion. Self-compassion means being kind to yourself. Caregiving is demanding, and mistakes will happen. Instead of criticizing yourself for what you didn't do, acknowledge what you have done. Speak to yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend. Lastly, community is everything. Caregiving can be isolating, but you don't have to do it alone. Find a network of fellow caregivers, whether online, through a church, or in a local support group. Having someone to talk to, share experiences with, or simply listen to you without judgment can make all the difference. You're not in this alone. Now let's talk about finding balance. Balance is one of the biggest struggles caregivers face. How do you juggle caregiving, work, family, and personal time? The truth is, perfect balance doesn't exist, but small adjustments can help. Start by setting boundaries. It's okay to say no to things that drain you or stretch you too thin. Delegating tasks is another key strategy. You don't have to do everything alone. Reach out to family members, friends, or community services to share the load. Whether it's arranging for meal deliveries, hiring respite care, or simply asking a trusted person to step in for a few hours, letting others help can prevent burnout. I know for me, once a month I go out of town, and when I'm gone, I leave directions for my brothers and sisters to take care of my mom. Believe it or not, that little time offers a level of respite. Time management. Time management also plays a role. Scheduling breaks for yourself, even short ones, can make a difference. Simple things like setting a timer for uninterrupted me time or planning enjoyable activities outside of caregiving can help to restore balance. And most importantly, don't lose yourself in caregiving. You are more than just a caregiver. Maintaining hobbies, interests, and social connections is essential for your well-being. Whether it's reading, painting, dancing, or just meeting a friend for coffee, nurturing your own identity outside of caregiving is just as important as the care that you provide. This has been today's episode of the Caregivers Collective, where we began our discussion on the heart of a caregiver. In this episode, we discussed the essence of caregiving, the caregiver's journey, the emotional landscape, as well as building resilience and finding balance. Join us next time as we continue to discuss the heart of a caregiver, where we'll focus on navigating difficult conversations, advocating for change, celebrating caregivers, the future of caregiving, and we'll close out with the heart of the matter. Thanks again for joining me on this journey. I hope that I'm able to bring a bit of comfort to your life as you continue to care for others. And I hope that this podcast reminds you that you are not alone. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Caregivers Collective, where we will begin to bring you resources to help you as you navigate your caregiving journey. We're building a community here, and we need your help, so we want to hear from you. Until next time, don't forget that we are a community that cares.